the last time we talked, you were keeping your options open for this 10-day stretch here. What made you decide North Carolina was the right move for your team? This being like a challenging road game for your guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously our group, and we're all aware of the challenge that playing at North Carolina against a great team, great program presents. But, this season, one of the things that I was hopeful to be able to do, and I wasn't sure we were going to be able to get it accomplished, was to play as many games as possible for our group. And, with this 10-day window, we put feelers out to see what type of games we could possibly play. And the North Carolina game gives us an opportunity to play against an outstanding team, a really talented team, obviously coached by a Hall of Famer.
They obviously have a lot of big guys. Your front court's been banged up the last couple of weeks. What's the update on Justin and everybody else?
Yeah, Justin and Nosa are still out. I don't anticipate them playing anytime soon, which provides quite the challenge. Obviously, Carolina's front court is terrific. Both the guys who start and the big guys they bring off the bench, they throw a lot of big bodies at you. But it's a great opportunity for us. It's an opportunity that I think our guys are excited about. It's an opportunity to play against a historic program, and because of the circumstances of the year, my feeling is why not take advantage of that.
Other questions for Coach?
For sure, Coach. And obviously you played at Duke, so the Duke-UNC rivalry. Just to kind of talk about going back to UNC and like what kind of memories that's going to bring back for you as well.
Well, obviously the Duke and North Carolina rivalry is an incredible rivalry, one of the best in sport. I feel very fortunate to have been a part of that as a player and a coach. But more than anything, this is about Marquette and North Carolina, and about challenging ourselves against a great team, and our guys we're looking forward to it, and we certainly respect the challenge that we'll have playing them. But as competitors, you want to play against and in games like this game, for us.
Are you going to take the team around? Are you going to, bring the players over to Cameron or anything?
Yeah, well, obviously we have a really quick turnaround between North Carolina and Connecticut. So we're going to stay the night, Wednesday night in Chapel Hill, and then practice at Duke on Thursday, and then head up to Connecticut.
Steve, normally North Carolina is a pretty tough place to play, but just with what you guys have experienced in road games, how has that changed, or what will change in that game tomorrow night?
Well, it's still a tough place to play because they got great players and a great coach. I mean, that's the primary reason it's always been a tough place to play, because when the ball goes in the air and you're looking at the other side and they got Jamison, Carter, Coda, all those guys, it's going to be very difficult. And this year's team is no different. They're very, very talented. But obviously the atmosphere will be much different than what I'm accustomed to in the Dean Dome. I'm kind of disappointed I won't get any boos, because that's what I'm used to when I go over there. But at the end of the day, it's the team that plays the best on the given night, regardless if there's fans or not.
Question for CL Brown.
Hey, Steve, I got a couple of questions. One was when we talked during the summer before, we even knew there would really be a season. One of the things you said was you felt the teams that would be playing the best are the teams that could make the best adjustments, just kind of given the whole landscape of COVID. How do you feel you guys have been able to adjust? Like, how do you feel like this season has gone for you in terms of that?
Well, there's a lot of challenges that COVID brings along, and the most obvious ones and the ones that are oftentimes discussed the most are the pauses. But you're not limited to those challenges. There's more to it, whether it's the isolation, all the things you have to do on a daily basis in terms of COVID. Those things are challenging. But for us with our group, not having a summer, having a limited preseason, and then we've dealt with a number of injuries to real key players. So, obviously, you always can handle things better. But our group has done the best they can.
And just kind of touching on what you said about being back in the Triangle area, like how will you feel about it personally? Like literally when you come through those doors and you see, you know, Carolina blue trash cans and just everything, you know, what kind of, you feel like, do any memories come back for you personally? Like, you know, when you're suiting up and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure while I'm down there, there'll be different things that I see that will spark memories of you know, the times that I had in that area, and it's a great area, and I appreciated you know, my time at Duke and in Durham and as a part of that community, and so I cherish that area. But more than anything, you know, I'm excited about the opportunity for our program and our kids to play in the Dean Dome against a really talented team that's obviously tremendously well coached.
Back to Ben Steele.
These are back-to-back quad one road win opportunities for you guys. I know you probably have some work to do to probably get into the NCAA tournament conversation, but was that also a factor in scheduling this kind of game?
It was. You know, my preference when we were looking for games was to play as good a game as we could find for a number of reasons. And one of them was to give ourselves an opportunity against to an outstanding team. And we've done that with North Carolina. And then when we go up to Connecticut, that will be another opportunity for our guys. And we want to give our guys as many opportunities to create opportunities for ourselves.
Well, were the players excited about when you told them that this opportunity came about? What was their reaction?
I think the players were very excited. I mean, you know, just as a competitor, if you're not excited, I think that speaks volumes of you. You know, we have a chance to play a really good team, really well coached, historic arena. What is there not to be excited about? And I think our guys have that mindset.